I would use gold. I mean, you ain't got to use silver. You can just use gold. Yeah, just use gold. Just use the setup on gold and risk $1,500. 3 trades on gold. Yeah. Mm, mm. I don't ever look at it. I appreciate that. Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? Looks like it could be a slow day today. We have non-farm tomorrow. We just had some news come out, and I think the market is going to be preparing for tomorrow. So I'm definitely preparing for just like a slow day. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It would have filled that order. It would have filled that order too. I should have left it on the chart. I should have left it. It would have filled it. Mm. I mean, not a bad idea just to do like all of it. Yeah, it's definitely a conspiracy for sure. But I'm doing all right though, Cave Trader. I'm doing all right. The limit order that I had on the chart last night got filled. I left it on the chart overnight, and I'm glad I did because, of course, the market I get filled at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I wouldn't have been up for that. So, the only way uh, to the only way for me to have been a participant in that trade was to leave that limit order overnight. And honestly, I actually forgot about it. Actually, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad that I left that limit order overnight because it's always nice to wake up to some green. It's always nice. How are you doing this morning? Were you able to get into any trades this morning? Mm, I mean, I don't even know what the heck that's all about. Mm. I went for the orb to complete. Oh, so you still take the 15-minute orb trade, or is it the 30-minute orb that you take? Mm. Mm. Oh, you took the 15 and the 30? Mm. So you had a couple of red trades in Asia? Yeah, yeah, Nasdaq is definitely not a Asia instrument. We can see a lot of continuation in Asia. We see a lot of the market just continues in Asia, but it is definitely not a continuation market, or it's definitely not a market that you want to focus or have full position sizes on in Asia. Honestly, I do see people, full port in the Discord, Top Step Discord, and they're up like thousands of dollars, but I mean they're risking so much, risking so much just to get like $1,000 or something like that, and then they lock out for the day. I think that's probably the main reason why Top Step changed to that 40% consistency rule in the funded versus the $150 a day. Yeah, 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 I definitely agree. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's not it. That's not the one. Mm. It's a negative 14%. That's not even. Hey, what's up, Alfred? What's up? Well, I'm just gonna ask that question. Man. I'm always gonna be. I'm gonna ask that question. So. Nasdaqistan. That is absolutely crazy. Nasdaqistan. Nasdaqistan. Yeah, that's a V bottom. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I was talking to Katrid about this earlier, Alfred. But when it comes to the Nasdaq, if I can avoid it, I definitely will. It just seems like the only trades that work in Asia with Nasdaq is continuation trades. Any other trade, if you try to start a position, build a position in Asia, you're most likely going to become liquidity. But when a move has happened, has already set up, and is just continuing, then those trades I find to be very lucrative. But uh, you just don't want to make Asia the go-to session. I seen this power. I seen this this video by this creator. Um, but we talk about this a lot. But I mean, it's very refreshing seeing other successful traders speak about the same thing, about just having one trade, one setup, one session. And I mean, there's a lot of deep psychology into that. It's a lot of deep psychology because the mind craves consistency, and if you give it consistency, it can operate at a very efficient level if you give it consistency. But if you give it chaos, it is constantly trying to create order out of chaos. Uh, there will always be internal war. There will always be self-doubt because you're just not giving it something to just latch onto. I've seen it actually this other video on TikTok of all places. Well, actually, let me take that back because TikTok is not a bad platform. It's not. But it is a mindset shift because the mind is always looking for progress. It's always looking for, I guess, it ends to a mean. Like if I'm putting in the work, I want to see a return. And I guess the psychological trick that a lot of people fall into the market with is that if you're putting in all this time in the market and you're not seeing your P&L grow, your brain says, "Oh my God, I'm not moving forward. I'm not progressing." And it tries to go into a mode where it needs to fix that issue. Uh, and that's where a lot of self-sabotaging comes into. That's when a lot of gambling comes into, because your mind is only focused on the P&L and it just wants to see it grow. And anything less than a green P&L is unacceptable. But if you shift your mindset, and I've heard many of professional traders say this, a lot of professional trading coaches, the older ones, not the new generation ones, but the old gods per se. They say the same thing too. They say that you got to shift your mindset to how long will I be able to follow my rules without breaking them? And that, if you focus on that versus how much P&L is in your account, then your mind will feel at ease and say, okay, I'm progressing. It's been 5 days since I haven't deviated from my plan. I want to keep it going. And these are natural parts of the mind. When it sees a streak, it is progression. 10 days since I had this. That's why they kind of use this in AA meetings as well. They give you a token that represents a period of time, a time span. The first chip means that I was sober for a month. And that's what the program wants you to focus on, is your progression. How long you was able to stay clean. And the mind will automatically kick in. I mean, obviously you have people that relapse, obviously, but after they come down, they think about, man, I just lost my 10-day streak. So I was thinking about that this morning. And I think I'm exhibiting, or I don't think, or I do think, but I am exhibiting those things. As I begin to structure how I want to journal my trades, there are some times where I tell myself, hey, yeah, just take this trade. You don't have to journal it. And, I just tell that internal voice just to shut the fuck up, because I'm going to journal my trades. I mean, right now I'm starting it, so it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but I'm building on top of this. So the one thing that I know I have to always do is take the screenshot, because I can always take a screenshot. Obviously, I wasn't up to take the video, so I'm not going to have a video for this trade, but as you can see, or that is not it. Anyway, well, I think what I did, I made a mistake here. This was my original position, but I readjusted it down. And the crazy thing is if I left it this way, my full position would have got filled. And instead of being up around almost $600, I would have been up 7-8 if I didn't readjust this position yesterday or last night. So I guess you live and you learn, I guess. But I'm just glad that the bigger part of the order got filled and I was able to profit from that. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. This is my gold loss. I can kind of watch the trade. Let's just stop me out. And then it turns around and it just misses my entry completely last night. That wasn't fun. Mm. Hopefully I can get this limit order filled, hopefully, before time runs out. Hopefully. And hopefully I can get this order filled without gold missing me like she did last night. Actually, the last 2 nights. So, as you can see, the reason why I'm taking this this order right here for a break and retest trade is because we're finally seeing the expansion from this trading range that the market has been trading in the last 2 days, I believe. We're finally see the market break away from it. So I believe that if the market comes back into this area, we should see a rejection. But man, sometimes these bears can just let it go. They let go, and I guess they let God, I guess, because it's hard taking a short and then getting stopped out and getting squeezed out of the position because the bears don't want to hold the retest of a break of structure. So hey, what's up, Investor Z? Well, gold and silver isn't moving. The Nasdaq is moving, but okay. So we got 5 more minutes. It's chugging along, but I would really prefer this thing to kind of move better than what it's doing so far, because right now the market is trading in the range, and technically this is still a breakout and the pullback. We're seeing price break out of this structure. We're seeing the bulls hold the pullback. So I wouldn't short this, but the bulls, I mean, we are seeing a bullish move higher, but I would have to see a break of structure down and a pullback to even consider a short. Hell no, that shit's gonna get ran through. That shit is definitely getting ran through. You're watching the Bookmap stream again? Well, or which are you watching Alex's stream, or are you watching a different one? Yeah, I think we see a breakout here. I think we see a breakout. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to lock out my funded accounts again. I'm gonna have to lock them out again. Man, it's like, dude, when the metals get into freaking New York, they just suck. Like, man, it's like, dude, if you're not catching, if you're not, if you haven't opened a position in Asia, in London, every time it gets to New York, the metals just start to suck. All right, which one are you watching? If you don't mind sharing. Hold on, give me 1 second. I have to get my daughter real quick. Hey, go in your room. Hey, go in your room. Listen. Mm. gonna get into a half size position here. I mean, yeah. We kind of are at resistance. That's why I pulled that order. I need to see a breakout first. Kind of was getting ahead of myself right there. He says the Euro high rejection spot. Yeah. I will put a limit order here, though. Half size position here. And look at gold. Finally breaks down. Finally breaks down. So I got a half size position. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I have to pull this order now. I don't trust it, so I'm gonna pull this order. Don't trust it. Pull an order, unfortunately. What I do need to do though is take a screenshot of this. There's no. Screenshot of this. Half size position. Very aggressive entry. Very aggressive. Okay, so at a 9/11. So if I get filled on this, then just have it documented, because I'm not just gonna have a bunch of trades that don't get filled in my journal. Okay. All right, so we'll see if we can get filled here. I'm not getting any more aggressive than where I'm at now. If I get filled, I get filled. If not, then it's not a big deal. But I'm not getting any more aggressive than where I'm at now. That is the orb, isn't it, right there? That is. That's actually, you know what? I'm actually going to readjust. I'll readjust this down. There's a fair value gap in this area. And I think that the market, I mean, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna trade in this area because there's a fair value gap here, and from what I've seen, fair value gaps and discount, they work really well, or at least price likes to come back down and fill these orders, these unfilled orders down here. So I'm gonna take the chance on it. 54. 25. So yeah, I'm gonna take the chance on it. So we'll see if we can get filled here. If not, then we'll just catch the next move. We'll catch the next one, as we always do. And that's just the thing about the Nasdaq, you know. You just don't ever know. 35, 25. A trade that doesn't look like it should work works. The ones that do look like they work, they won't. Those are usually the trades that trap a lot of traders. 208.25. All right, so we'll see. Let me actually take a new screenshot of this actually, because I did adjust my position. I'm still at a half size position though. I'm not taking a full size position here. Okay, so let me delete that. Add the new screenshot. Okay, let's see what happens. So I would actually be filled, and like if I kept it to where it was at, I would actually be filled, but nah. And that's a rule too for a reason. All right, so let's see if we can get something on gold or something. All right, so we got the breakout on gold. Man, that just bought that shit right back up on gold, man. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, V bottoms. Yeah, you know how that shit goes on V bottoms. That's a V bottom on gold, so it's gonna probably want to get to. Dang, all I did was just add the. Excuse me. All right, so it looks like we're gonna probably get filled here. Let's see. Top. Let's see if we get filled here. Okay, so 922. 922 we get filled in the position. Okay. All right, so I'm in this half size position. Let's see if it'll fill my oh wow. Yikes. What the okay. Oh shit. Dang, all I did was add the orb to the damn chart. That's all I did. Okay. Well, I do want to take a follow-up trade here, if given the opportunity to take it. I want to take a follow-up trade. Um, Around like 8:50. All right, so that was literally I waited 11 minutes for this trade, and this trade only lasted about uh, 53 seconds. It was it's probably longer than that, but it was at least 50 seconds. So I'll give it a minute. Mm. All right, let me record this real quick. Actually, I should. Damn it. Take the screenshot. So 9:29, probably like 9:27. Okay. Looks like it could be filled on this follow-up position. We'll see. Okay. Wow, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. And just like that, stopped out. Okay. All right. All right. So 2 losing trades in a row. I gotta be careful because I have one more trade left, and then I have to shut it down for the day. I have one more trade left in this account. I had 2 losing trades. 867.5. This will be my last attempt. If I lose this trade, I have to shut it down for the day in this account. So, give myself a fighting chance here. So the one time I take the trade, the initial balance, the fade of the initial balance low, the first time I say, you know what, I'll take it this time, the thing flushes right through it. You gotta love the Nasdaq, man. You gotta love the Nasdaq. Yeah, I saw this video on TikTok. It's like, you think you can hurt me? I've done two tours in Nasdaqistan. I thought that was hilarious. Nasdaqistan. You think you can hurt me? I've done 2 tours in Nasdaqistan. Okay. I've seen many of my friends' accounts get blown. Nasdaqistan. That's hilarious. All right, man. That's gonna be my last trade. If that trade doesn't work, then we'll just come back to the drawing boards tomorrow. Then and it just kind of sucks, you know. It sucks that especially when you have to wait for the trade. You know, it sucks. It's like, dude, where all this bullish momentum come from? We didn't even get it just went straight down. But I mean, I guess in hindsight, yeah, I guess. Whatever, man. Whatever. I guess. It was a triple top up here. I kind of figured that the market would have been at least another pullback, but I guess it had all the liquidity that it needed. So unfortunately, in this situation, it got stopped out. And in 30 seconds, I'm gonna have to pull that order on in my funded account. Yeah, look at that. Didn't even come close to it. Pull this order. All right, so I got a lot of documenting to do. All right, so the reason why I took that first trade, it was obviously a breakout pullback trade, but it was a break and a potential retest of the New York orb for the Nasdaq. All right, so I got to pull that order. I got to lock out all my accounts until tomorrow. It sucks, but I got to follow the rules. So tomorrow I will start on wall rolls for any setups because that's the account that I left off on. Okay, so on my account, I mean, I am, like I said, I'm glad that I was able to make money with you guys last night in this account. I obviously, at the time, I didn't realize I caught the top at the time, but if I held the damn thing, look how much money I probably would have made. We caught the top last night on silver. Didn't know it at the time though. All right. Okay. I guess it is what it is. So, so about at 8:51, the Nasdaq broke structure. Oh my God, Dude, that's not even fair, dude. This thing just really bounced. Did the Nasdaq really bounce? Whatever, man. All right. So at 8:51, we saw a break of structure. Let me ask my AI assistant how, because I know what I want to say, but I wanted to be clear. I wanted it to be repeatable. So at nice one, Nasdaq. Nice one. Okay, so all right, just wanted to make sure. So price broke structure to the upside of the New York session 15-minute orb. 9/11, I placed 2 MNQ contract orders at 6, 7, and 54.25. NQ, you're, oh my god, dude. Whatever, man. NQ, why? Look at, oh my god, dude. No way. No way. No way, dude. NQ, why? And I wouldn't short this. I wouldn't short it. It's, I mean, believe it or not, the market is still bullish. The market hasn't taken out the major low at 8:15 or 8:13. There's a trading range from 147. I'll draw it on the chart. Okay. I think it was at 9:22 when price filled my limit orders. You know what? I have to do that with Nasdaq. Or no, I don't think I ever had to do that at Nasdaq. Man, that sucks, man. Man, that That sucks. Hmm. Damn. $9.24. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna leave this position on the chart. This will be my last trade of the day. I'll probably come back. So if this thing doesn't fill my order and price does continue higher, I'll just kind of re-strategize and take another trade. But man, I tell you, man, the first time I take the initial balance fade, this thing cracks and then it bounces back up, man. Nice one, Nasdaq. I wanna give it to you. This is why I would never trade a funded account with the Nasdaq unless it's designated. Unless it's designated for it, because that kind of bullshit right there. I mean, it was consistently doing that shit all week, man. Consistently. I was like, man, I should have taken that trade. Man, I should have taken that trade. Man, I should have taken that damn trade. Something like that. I didn't do it here. Hit it there though. It didn't do it here. It ran these stops like it was nothing. But I wish I was a part of it. Shit. Wish I was a part of it. Dude, I don't know. Have anybody. Damn, old lady gold. Something else that I'm gonna start doing. Another rule. I mean, I know that. I mean, I got 2 losing trades back to back. I mean, that's. This one didn't. Oh, this was a screenshot. Okay. Thought I had the. Okay, so. Take the follow-up trade. The follow-up trade was a losing trade. Both of the trades were not that long. They weren't that long. It was a couple of seconds. This one was 53 seconds. This one was 22. And dude, the Nasdaq did the same thing both times. It stopped at it bounced at my stop. You know. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Mm. Okay. Mm. I mean, I see the liquidity building up, but I don't trust. Okay. Well, this is what I'll do. I don't want to feel regret here. If the market does come back up to this range right here, I'm going to trade the 50% of it. Hmm. Okay. Okay. V bottoms. No. Yeah, no V bottoms. V bottom trades. No. I'm gonna take the I'm gonna put the position closer. It just doesn't have a it just doesn't have one of these. Mm. I mean, it's not perfect or nothing, but mm. 917. Okay. So this is why I'm taking the trade. This is why I'm considering. Well, uh, hmm. This is why I'm considering taking the trade. I'm risking a lot on this trade, though. I mean, this could just reject at the orb high, though. It could. make sure that this is structured correctly, clear. So all right, so the buyers failed to hold the pullback and price traded back into the range. Traded back into the range. Breaking structure to the downside. Says the buyers failed to hold the pullback and price traded back into the range. And also breaking structure to the downside of the New York session 15-minute orb. Okay. Well, we'll see if we get it because I mean, we could see. What I probably should do is I should probably just put this in a loading area because I might not even get this. You know, I may not even get it. So I'll just put this in the loading area until it's ready. I really don't recall when I put this. So I guess I have to be more. I mean, I'm not gonna be a Nazi about it, but just gotta make sure that I'm keeping up with when I do things. All right, so let's just do this for the sake of. I mean, I may not even get to it. I mean, we may see this thing reject right here. You may see it reject and then break structure to the downside here. So. Okay. Wow, okay. All right, so that will be the position right there. So I got this trade in the loading area. Like I said, I don't think we probably won't even get this trade actually. I would actually prefer to get this trade filled. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't have this one. I don't have this one. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna beat myself up for that. I'm not gonna beat myself up for that. All right, so one thing I definitely have to do better is making sure that I'm documenting the time where I'm placing these limits on the chart. That's what I definitely have to do a lot better. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I just started doing this week, so there's definitely going to be a lot of growing pain. But as long as I'm doing the bulk of it, I can always come back. So, all right. Well. Thing rejected. God damn, look at that rejection. Yeah. I see a break of structure right here, guys. There's a break of structure right here. Very tempted to put a limit order for the breakout pullback trade. Very tempted to put a limit order right there. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this trade. I'm gonna still give myself the opportunity to take this trade right here, but that's a breakout pullback trade. Hopefully I don't regret this. but I guess it just goes to show that you said oil's about to crack 80. God dang, dude. I guess that's what happens when you try to go to war with a oil-rich country. Now those gas prices it's definitely going to be reflected in the gas prices for sure. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Thanks a lot, Nasdaq. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. I always find it interesting how, price reacts before it actually gets to the level where we see a structure break or something like that. I wonder why the market decided just to completely miss the breaker structure and just reject. Well, I guess it could just bounce. I guess it could. This is the Nasdaq. It's not like it hasn't flushed yet. So I guess there's still hope. It hasn't flushed. But I see that, Alfred, but there's no way that that holds. There's no way. But I do see that. I do see that. There's no way that holds though. There's no way that holds. Or maybe it could. I don't know, but the way that this thing is looking, there's no way it holds. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's what we're actually going to see. I think we're going to see a flush. No way it holds. We're making lower lows and lower highs. We don't have the structure. We already got the bounce at 9:30. We got the bounce at 9:30 already. But I guess. If it does bounce and it fills my limit orders and it continues lower, that would be great. But based on the structure, I don't know, man. Okay, you know what? Well, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. All right, so let's see if I can get my orders filled. I stand corrected. Yeah, I see that. They literally just tapped that thing, and we got big momentum push higher. I stand corrected. All right, so let's see. We'll see.
Connection lost.
Damn. Am I trading against the trend here? Well, this is what I will say though. This is why trading two instruments that trade completely different can definitely mess with performance. If this was gold, this would not bounce right here. And that shit would not bounce. All right, so let's see if I can get filled. Price did break structure here. Let's see. I got like 4 more minutes though. We'll see. Oof. Well, that is interesting. Maybe if I paid attention to the cues over here, or bring your attention over here to the cues, the market did bounce at the 200 EMA on the 15-minute for the Q. Wow. It did bounce. We did see a bounce. Ooh. Mm. Okay, so let's just see. So if I got in at that 40 level, well, I would have majority of my position filled. 54. So my first target would have been filled at 94. This is where my first target would have gotten filled. My second target may or may not have gotten filled. I think I have like an 81 target. 81 point target, yeah, 324. Ah, shit, it would have missed my target by 10 points right here. It would have missed my target by 10 points. My second target. Okay. All right, guys. I'm out of time for this session. I'm going to leave these limits on the chart. Man, this right here, we have price breaking structure to the downside. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I'll give this thing like 2 more minutes. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, okay. I'll give it until 10:33. 10:33. We'll see what happens. I have to go. All right, I'm gonna get filled on this. Okay. All right. Let's get the recorder out. Because I think now. Oh, dude. 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 Okay, we're in. All right, I'm gonna record this. I'll share the results during tonight's stream. I'm just gonna leave the whole thing on. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.